CII Research Team 403 set out to define a path for digital transformation for the capital projects industry. We've defined digital transformation for capital projects as the strategic use of technology to continuously evolve businesses to scalable data ecosystems to predictably deliver greater value. We see digital transformation as a process, not a static state, so we developed what we're calling a road mapping tool. And in the same way that you could plan a trip from Austin to San Diego in a lot of different ways, the right way to get from point A to point B will depend on the specific situation that relates to you. Similarly, the road mapping tool we've created enables individuals to go through the data we've collected and search based on the parameters that matter to them. I can search by things like data provider information. This organizes results based on who responded to our survey and interviews. I could also search based on target and plan, so I can see what were the targets and plans reported by those who responded to our survey and interview. Finally, I can also search by technology and pick specific softwares, hardwares, or project phases when these tools were deployed that may be of interest to me. If none of these exactly align with what I'm searching for, I even have the option to search based on a keyword, where I can type in the word that I care about into a search and find the results that pertain to that keyword. Let's suppose I'm interested in learning about digital transformation efforts using artificial intelligence and big data. I can go into the road mapping tool, select that software, and go up to Show Summary Results. When I do, I can see that we found 16 different results in our survey that pertain to this particular type of digital transformation. I see results related to survey responses. I also see a few snippets from interviews, and finally I see a selection of case studies. This may be industry white papers or academic publications that have some relevance to artificial intelligence. At this point, I can look through the resultant data related to my search to see what relates to my situation. For example, maybe I find it interesting that only about half the respondents actually followed an industry data standard related to their deployment of AI, but the vast majority defined internal data standards. This could guide how I elect to deploy it in my company or project. When I review some of the other data that comes up in my search, I might notice other patterns that could guide my decision making. For example, in the interviews, I see several responses that talk about not doing too much all at once with AI. Similarly, in the case studies, I can find evidence that suggests I need to heavily invest in the specific use cases that we decide are worthy of our time to ensure that there are adequate resources for this AI implementation. Ultimately, the aim of this digital transformation road mapping tool is not to tell you what to do. The people who elect to use this tool are generally practitioners with experience and understanding of their own companies and projects and what makes sense for them. The point of the tool is to offer these individuals a set of existing data and CII expertise that they can use to determine how to best try a new digital transformation effort to hopefully ensure success based on prior lessons learned.